Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, everybody? Cap Nation Live. We're back again. Hopefully you guys can all hear me nice and easy and clean and crisp. If anything needs to be adjusted, please bear with me. All of this stuff is fairly new operating system, and making some things a little challenging. So if anything needs to be up or adjusted, volume, lighting, audio, you name it, just let me know, and we'll get it taken care of. Eventually we'll get all the bugs worked out and all of that good stuff. What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Happy Friday to everybody. I see we got a nice little crowd building. Nice and friendly, the way we like it, although I'm sure we'll get some spicy little trolls in here sooner or later. What's going on, everybody? Big MJ in the house. What's going on? Mr. Bayer, good afternoon to you. Tom, what's going on? Fast Freddy wants to see the new barbershop poll. It's here. It's not up yet, but it will be over in this direction, right where the barbershop poll is on the screen. It will be there. I can't guarantee by tomorrow or even later tonight, but I hope it will be. My hope is for it to be up there. Can't guarantee it. If it is, great. If it's not, it'll be there very soon. All right, Trainwreck in the house. Says Friday, what's up, Cap Nation? And Kyle, what's going on, my brother? LT, what is going on? I seen your message. Definitely give you a call. Mr. Bear says, get some popcorn and a brew in the Mets. Let's go. Mets and Dodgers right now, bottom of the first. 2 outs now. Chad says, when is the iPhone app going to be out? The iPhone app, we're waiting on Apple. That's it. We're waiting on Apple. It's already done. The app was done at the same time as the Android app. It just so happened that Google Play approved it a lot faster. And then once the Apple version comes out, we'll go through a little beta testing phase. We'll have a dozen or so people test it out, make sure that it works, make sure that there's no bugs or any of that nature. And once it's ready to rock and ready to roll, we'll release it to everybody. So hopefully in the next week or two, the iOS version of our app will be up and running. As you can see on the screen, I do have our app up and running on the Vibe board. On the right-hand side of the Vibe board, I do have our mobile app for the Android version, from the Google Play Store. Up there right now, I actually have the Major League Baseball live odds, which need to be updated, as I haven't refreshed it in a while, so we'll get that updated. Don't even know if you guys could see it on this. Oh, you guys can't see that version of it on the screen yet, but you can when we cut to this angle, you can see it. But for everybody that doesn't know, you don't just need our mobile app to get access to 100% real-time live odds. You can actually get them on our website. Jeff, what's going on? I've been a bit nice setup. I text you. Send me another text. I did not get it, brother. I would have replied to you already. Definitely shoot me another text. Scott, what's going on? Robert S., good afternoon. Christopher, what is going on? Says DeGrom's rolling. He's definitely throwing some heat. Aaron, what is going on? But yeah, Chad, hopefully, I mean, it could be any day now that it gets approved through the Google Store. I know it's already passed its first round. We're waiting for the official sign-off. And then once it's up, it'll go through a beta testing phase. Like I was saying, we'll have a dozen or so people test it out for a couple days to make sure everything's working, make sure the push notifications are working. If you are an Android user, you did get a push notification today. Make sure you have your notification settings on because I'm not going to say what it was, but it's definitely a lot of fun for everybody. So it's just going to enhance what we do. Rich says, what's up, Kyle and Cap Nation, watching on mute from my desk back at work. Let's go. Awesome. Hopefully you've got closed caption option. If not, I can look into adding closed captions as well. Aaron says, live from the Capper Studio. Absolutely, we are live from the Capper Studio. Shapendi in the house. What is going on? A lot of people coming out of the woodworks because baseball's back. KDO, what's going on? Mr. Bear says, send in the clowns. Coriel, what is going on? I know Corey got the push notification and took advantage of it today. Not going to say what it was, but you want to know, you should download. You should download. I just got your text, Jeff. Okay, I see your text from this morning. I'll reply in a little bit when we get off the live. As far as restrictions in Vegas, wear a mask out in public when you're around people. Other than that, wear a mask when you're gambling. It's not so fun, but you can still gamble. DeGrom with his second K right now, a second strikeout. 1 out, top of the second. And we're not going to do, an overabundance of those because obviously we don't want to bug people, but we'll definitely keep them rolling. Aaron says, Monster Energy, your sponsor? No, but they should be, right? They should be. They definitely should be. MJ says, let's make some money before they shut the season down. Season won't get shut down. They'll continue. They'll continue. They'll model it after what they did in South Korea and what they did in Japan, which have been successful. Heck, Japanese baseball has already allowed fans back in. Japanese baseball has already allowed fans back in. I don't see the season getting shut down. They'll continue to play. Once they start, they'll continue to play. Christopher says the basement is looking sharp. I got to tell you one thing. It must be, a very expensive basement, let me tell you. Very expensive basement. That's for sure. From in the basement to, which you don't have in the desert, to homeless. What else are the rumors? All kinds of rumors by some ding-dongs. But as you can see, I do have the Mets Citi Field in the background on the occasion because of opening day there in New York. Mets and Braves going on right now. Jeremy Dickinson, what is going on? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Rich, what's going on? Glenn W. in the house. Scott in the house. What's going on? Scott says, Dodgers, my new favorite team. Dodgers are going to put up a lot of runs. Dodgers are going to put up a lot of runs. Michael says, I may or may not have put a parlay bet on no first inning score today on all 14 games. LOL, best $1 spent. William tuning in via text message. Thank you, sir, for tuning in. Mr. Watson, thank you for joining us. Give me 1 second, folks. Danny, what is going on, my brother? What is going on? I'm not going to lie, I do have the Mets and Braves game on the iPad Pro right there. Still 0-0. Looking to be a good day today. And it's going to be a very busy day today. Tigers and the Reds coming up in an hour and 37 minutes. The homeless Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. That actually kind of goes good, the homeless Blue Jays. You got the Brewers and the Cubs. Where's the infamous Weiner? He'll be rooting for the Brewers there. Marlins and the Phillies, Royals and the Indians, Orioles and the Red Sox later tonight, Rockies and the Rangers, Twins and the White Sox, Pirates and the Cardinals, Mariners and the Astros, the D-backs and the Padres, the Giants and the Doyers again for game number 2, and the Angels and the Athletics. Rounding out the board today. Going to be a very busy day, very busy weekend for everybody. Going to take a look at the odds for the remaining games today. There's old Tom Weiner. Rich saying he cashed in on the Braves and the Mets. No score in the first inning. Congratulations, Rich. Congratulations there. Yes, the homeless Blue Jays have found a home in Buffalo, with the Buffalo Bills this morning giving him a nice warm welcome to town. So for the season, you can call the Toronto Blue Jays still probably the Toronto Blue Jays, but playing in Buffalo. Danny says Braves with the third stringer catcher, first 2 got the COVID. That's a fact. Christopher Bear says a Cy Young going for number 3-peat, meaning DeGrom looking nasty. That may or may not be a biased opinion by Christopher. Want to give everybody a full disclaimer there. You got to give everybody the full disclaimer. May or may not be a biased opinion by him. It's probably biased. Beastie Pop, what's going on? Max says first 5 innings under 5 runs in the Mets game. Well, wish you luck in that bet. Dave E412, forgot about him. LOA, good looking out, Rich. Yes, Jeff the Shark for the Sucka Giants. We faded him a lot last year. We faded him a lot last year. We made a ton of money fading him too. Once we get into the swing of things, the thick of things as well, normally during the live shows we come out with our, basically auto to fade list. Soroka hitting the batter. Normally we come out with our fade list, and we usually wait until week 3 or week 4 before we implement it. Obviously, we can't wait that long or else the season will be nearly over. So we will have it. We'll bring it back. We've definitely been putting in our work for it. And basically after the first week of baseball, we'll release our to fade list. Aaron says you got to get mic'd up, Kyle. Is the audio that bad that it needs it? Because I have it. I just haven't hooked them up yet. I've got a couple different options for it. But if it'll benefit, I have no problem hooking it up. So you guys just let me know. But yeah, we'll have the to fade list. A lot of people ask me that. Will we have that on the shortened season on the show? And yes, we will. Tom Weiner says the audio sounds great for me. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, for everybody that didn't tune in yesterday, that was not aware, if you are a Android user, William says, sounds like I'm in a tunnel. We can correct that. Beastie Pops is glad to be back in the chat room. But for all of our Android users, go to the Google Play Store. Chemo136, what's going on? Go to the Google Play Store, type in Cappers Direct. Here, let me switch the camera angles. Go to the Google Play Store. Type in Cappers Direct, and our app will pop up. There you go. It's your one-stop shop for Cappers Direct live mobile odds. It's actually up in the screen right here. On the right-hand side is our mobile app on the Big Five board. And live mobile odds. You can log in, get your premium plays, system plays. My game of the week, which is later today. Later tonight, my game of the week. You get instant access to that. You can purchase right off the app. We can send out push notifications, as some received this morning. It's going to be, you can watch the live show from there, all of that good stuff. It's your one-stop shop for Cappers Direct and the Cap Nation shows. Makes it a lot easier to communicate with you guys, as well as for you guys to conduct your business with us. Is it required? No, website's still there. However, if you have an Android, it's already up and running and went through a little beta testing phase. Now, the mobile version for iPhone, the iOS version, will actually be out later, probably about a week or two, I would imagine. We're probably a week or two away. System plays closing out 3 new system plays yesterday. The Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks and the Chunichi Dragons in the Nippon League. KBO, they closed out the KT Wiz, the NC Dinos beating up the KT Wiz Suwon in a close one there. Major League Baseball system plays starting tonight. If you're not on them, I recommend getting on them. Buy 1 week, get 1 week free, plus a bonus offer that they will be sending out tonight. They will be sending out that bonus offer to everybody on the buy 1, get 1 free. Yeah, absolutely, Aaron. And thank you for reminding me on that one, because a lot of times I forget. The UFC fight picks are not for tomorrow. They're not on the website yet. They'll be up there in a couple of hours. They'll be on the website. But if you were on the 3x3 from UFC 241, the 15th and the 18th, your package had expired. But because he had those 2 poor events, the last 2 events, he extended everybody that bought that package another event, as well as a max fight pick. So if you were on the 3x3 from 241 until the 18th, the Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday package, you've got it extended. You have access to it. And anybody who has access to the UFC package, you'll get Bellator for free. You get Bellator for free. It's later tonight. It's 100% free. You just got to log into your account, and you'll see the Bellator options there. Okay, you'll see the Bellator options up there for you. It comes at no cost to you, 100% free. And all you got to do is log in and bet it and sweep the board. That's all you got to do. Log in, bet it, sweep the board, and have some fun. All right, and then tomorrow we've got UFC. Tonight we get Bellator and my game of the week. My game of the week is Major League Baseball. Ooh, all the way to the warning track. It was looking like the Braves were going to strike first. It was a close one. Need to be signed up by 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, to get on board my game of the week. It is Major League Baseball, like I was saying. We do have it on sale one more time. It's normally $100. So if you guys want to take advantage of it at $50, now's your time to do it, because next week it's probably going to be going back to the normal price of $100 with the guarantee, just like it was before COVID and all of that good stuff. But yeah, Aaron, he definitely takes care of people just like we all do. Never as what is going on. Aaron, are you going to be seeing less of soccer plays? Well, first of all, soccer's actually been winding down. You know, you've got the last week of the Premier League, and you got some playoffs and stuff like that. So, are we going to phase it out? No. But once basketball and the NHL come back, are we going to phase it out? No. We've taken a small poll and asked a few individuals what they would like to see. The people that have been betting with us all through summer and all through spring and summer, obviously you guys are conditioned to betting international sports. People that are just now coming back are not used to betting international sports or didn't want to. So we might switch over, with the exception of system plays. They'll remain having KBO Nippon as well as Major League Baseball. But the premium plays, my personal plays, we may shift that over to an international package, which if we do, we'll make it extremely cheap just because. But if we do anything different, that's what we're leaning towards. It's not official yet. I don't think we have the right answer for it. If we cut it out, everybody that's been betting with us since COVID started is upset because we've made so much. I mean, let's be honest, we made a lot of money betting soccer. We made a lot of money betting international baseball. So, honestly, myself personally, is it a little more work? Yeah, it's a little more work adding in a couple more sports, especially ones that are not here in the States. But it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. And it's definitely profitable for all of our pocketbooks. So, yeah, we'll continue to have international sports, and we'll make it a regular thing. No need to shy away from it. I mean, we're making money from it. My main focus is to make money. Plain and simple. As Michael just said, I want to bet, winners. Doesn't matter when or where or what. Winners. That's all that really matters. Christopher Bayer says, I really didn't like soccer till COVID, but now I can't get enough of it. I'm in the same boat. I've bet it. I've always been an open book when it comes to that. I've always said, I'm not a big soccer fan. I'm really not a big soccer fan. I've always bet it because I like making money. We find angles. We get, hot tips. I bet it. We make money at it. But because in the same situation as Christopher, COVID came around. You want to watch a sport? Well, I'm sorry, but curling and darts is not a sport. NASCAR, watching them, turn left, kind of gets old. With the exception of the UFC, which got shut down for a short period of time, all we had was soccer until South Korean baseball. Yeah, snooker, exactly. So, with the exception, Tijuana Turtles, they don't ever shut down. We're good to go forever with them. So, broomball, yeah. I'm in the same boat. I became more of a soccer fan. I don't mind watching it on TV now. It's not as boring to me as it used to be. So, broomball, yeah, there you go. Sam Coonrod, which was the Giants pitcher who refused to kneel yesterday during the Black Lives Matter moment. Regardless of what I'm not going to get into politics here because, there's a couple things at the dinner table you don't talk about. And we're going to apply those same rules here. And I learned that from my grandmother. Unless you want to start a fight with family or friends, you don't discuss politics or religion at the dinner table. So we're going to keep the same thing here. So regardless of what your political belief is, or your belief about everything, COVID, Black Lives Matter, obviously everything. But the pitcher Sam Coonrod definitely taking some heat today for being the only player, coach, manager, staff between both teams, between the Giants and the Dodgers yesterday, not to kneel. Said because of his faith, he's a Christian, and that's why he didn't kneel. He was the only player to stand during the moment honoring Black Lives Matter ahead of the season opener, and I know every Major League Baseball opening game is going to be having that yesterday as well as today. So I do believe every team will have the black ribbon on the field as well. I mean, every player, coach for the Nationals and the Yankees both participated. So remain to be seen, what type of animosity players that choose not to jump on board and join their teammates will cause in the locker room. That's for sure. But yeah, definitely taking some heat on social media. That's a given today. It doesn't matter what somebody, to me, it doesn't matter what somebody's, opinion is, political belief, whatever the case may be. But, you never want to be that, well, I guess you could be that one guy, but, either way, team sport, I tend to believe you'd want to support your teammates, regardless. But then again, I'm not out on the field. Easy for me to judge. Easy for me to say he probably should have, supported his teammates, or maybe I'm a former sailor, so maybe they all should have, stood. But it was a moment out of respect for Black Lives Matter, so definitely, he's definitely taken some heat. Robert says, switching gears here, Robert says, soccer in Europe and Latin America is so much better and more stable to bet on than Major League Soccer's JV garbage, in my opinion. I agree. I know there's been some people in here that have hammered Major League Soccer. I'm not going to knock them on it, because they're making money. If you're making money, it doesn't really matter what you're making money on. It could be the Tijuana Turtles or Major League Soccer, either one. Give me 1 second, guys. Alrighty. As Christopher just said, just kids trying to get to the big show. But, there's definitely money to be made betting it. There's definitely money to be made betting it. I don't generally partake in it. I don't prefer to partake in it. It's just not one of my things. So, not to knock everybody that does. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, what we want to do, would like to go over the baseball games remaining in the odds, see if we can find some angles, help get you guys on some plays. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're going to go over Major League Baseball remaining for what we have today. I told everybody yesterday, if you were on System Plays, I was going to attempt to do an additional live show that was a private live show for System Play members as a little beta test, something that we can go over and discuss everything and all of that stuff. I'm still going to attempt it. I can't promise it for tonight. I'm actually waiting for live stream. I keep checking my email. That's what I keep doing. Waiting for live stream to send me back the instructions on how to link the big Vibe board to the operating system. That way I can get what I write up there on the screen for you guys to get it so that way it's, more user interactive, so that way you guys can understand more when I break them down and that stuff. So it's still on the table. If it happens, I'll post about it. YouTube community page, Twitter, the company Twitter, my Twitter. Speaking of my Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. As well as we'll email out all System Play members, letting you know that it's going to happen. You'll have to log in, go to go to our website. You have to log in, go to the System Play page. And then it'll either have a link. I don't know if it'll have the video in there. I don't know if we have the capability to actually code the video in there, or it'll have the link with a password to get into it. So that's still on the table. If it happens, I'm hoping it will. I'm just waiting to hear back from live stream. As soon as I hear back from them, we're a go. We're a go as soon as I can hear back from them. All right, so jumping into some Major League Baseball. We're going to roll down the list. Somebody keep me updated on the score of the old Mets game. Keep me updated with the pitcher's duel between DeGrom and Soroka. Up next in an hour and 15 minutes. Give me 1 second, folks. Sorry, I do apologize. My wife texted me. We've got a contractor at the house. She just texted me. I do apologize. Robert, I said I've made money in Major League Soccer, but like I said, 3 real teams and playing unders for the rest, not the most scientific approach. It doesn't matter how scientific it is, Robert. Making money is the name of the game, and as long as you're making money, that's what matters. Lewis, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Aaron says, I hear the Jets, but I don't hear the Tots. Are they out of daycare? Actually, the filming part is actually more inside the office on a different wing. It's on a different wing, and it's got padded walls. It's a little more quiet, sound dampening. Still hear the Jets when they fly over because there's nothing you can do about an F-35 flying a couple 100 feet above your head. Give me 1 second. Okay. Robert says, I kind of like the Reds team total over 4.5. Anyone have a thought on that? Be glad to hear. Cincinnati Lane 1.5. Neverez, are they doing the Las Vegas studio the same? No, it'll be different. I think. I don't know if they want to spend the extra money. There's the talk of it. I know they bought 2 Vibe boards for me, so hopefully it would be nice. Flavor says, Dane Kyle, been here for 20 minutes and still haven't heard a pick. Well, Flavor, you might be here 2 more hours and not get a pick. This is not free pick show, all right? Do I give one out? Absolutely. Am I going to give you the whole flipping board? Sorry, Flavor. It ain't your cup of tea if that's what you're looking for. Head over to SBR where they'll give you both sides of the game 3 different times, okay? You can get 6 picks on one game. Yeah, definitely pop in a pizza. If you're just here for, for me to just shout off free picks, you probably don't want them. You probably don't want them. This is a whole different type of show here. All right, this ain't SBR where they're just going to give you a bunch of nonsense. I actually bet the games. Michael wants to know, anybody have any insight on the late night chaser special, the Oakland Athletics and the Los Angeles Angels? We'll get to that one, Michael. We'll definitely touch on that one. Yes, start the rotisserie. Absolutely. You got plenty of time before I give you a free pick, okay? Max Leroy says, take the free pick for me. Indians -1.5. Alrighty, rolling down the list. It's all good, Flavor. It's all good. Scott says, gonna ride the Dodgers -1.5 till August or longer. It's probably, the truth. It's probably a good bet. They should have no problem rolling through the NL West. Flavor says, great response to True King. It is what it is. Our shows are structured a hell of a lot different. Obviously, you see a barbershop poll on the screen. There'll be a real one right over to replace it here, hopefully tomorrow. And we'll have that sucker spinning like crazy. Our show's a lot different than anywhere else. Okay? You know what the difference is? Harry B says, "Oh man, too much talking. I am out. Cool. See you later. Here, I'll give you some peace signs on the way out the door. All right." The difference between us and and the other places is I actually bet. And not to knock anybody, but probably more than you. But if I don't, welcome to the Big Betters Club. But that's the difference, is I actually bet my games. I actually bet every play we put out. Whereas these other people, I promise you they couldn't show you a ticket. I promise you they couldn't show you a ticket. They're not going to do that. Why in the world would they do that? That would be dumb. Because they don't bet. Greg says there's no better show than Kyle and Cap Nation. Appreciate that, Greg. Appreciate that. Harry B, make sure you hit the thumbs down button on the way out the door. At least give us the satisfaction of your thumbs down. We greatly appreciate it. Don't worry, you definitely won't hurt my feelings. But again, if you're just here for you want me to give you a free pick on every game on the board, well, wrong place, buddy. Wrong place. Last time I checked, the name says Cappers Direct. Scott says it's cool when you raise the deck, stand up, and get excited. I will start doing that. Again, I cheated today. I'm still wearing shorts and flip-flops. I know you guys don't want to see my toes, all right? I know you guys don't want to see my toes or my chicken legs. I promise I will dress appropriately tomorrow. I will raise the desk. I'll stand. It's probably a lot healthier for me, and all of that good stuff. Max says Kyle is the Conor McGregor of sports betting. Thank you. If that's a compliment, thank you. But yeah, I will start doing. I mean, it is pretty cool. I'm going to raise and lower the desk to stand up and all of that. Because the Flavor wants to know, but did you eat your veggies? What the hell did I eat today? I attempted this morning. I've been here all morning. And I ran into problem after problem after problem, getting everything set up and dialed in. I've been fighting with, I don't want to call it a stupid thing because it's actually going to be so useful for us on the live show. but I've been fighting with the Vibe board, trying to get it hooked up to the live stream studio software. That way, when I do get interactive and I do start writing down up there and doing some cool things that we have plans for, you guys will be able to see it. Because as you see right now, even if I move our live odds over, it's still not the easiest for you guys to see what I'm writing down. So I've probably fought with that thing for 4 hours this morning. So while I was doing that, I was like, man, I'm starving. I'm thirsty. So I ordered some Starbucks, for people in the office. I ordered me a breakfast sandwich and a bagel and cream cheese because I am fat, and I do want to eat. So order that. I ordered a new espresso machine for here that makes lattes and cappuccinos and Americanos and espresso and all of that stuff. It was showing up later today, so I was like, oh, cool. Uber Eats, you could order a bag of Starbucks beans. You could do all that stuff right on it. Trainwreck, you stole my thunder. I was getting ready to talk about that. That was actually what I was getting ready to talk about. So Uber Eats, I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, we're right off of 2 main streets, big building. You can't miss us. Ends up like 3 miles away. I think it went by his house. Probably dropped off my order because I didn't get it. I ended up getting a small coffee. I don't even know what the hell it was. It tasted like dog shit. It probably was. And an empty cup. Uber Eats. Exactly. Not only did they miss the boat on making the delivery, they didn't even deliver. So it was like a $55 order from Starbucks this morning because I ordered the bag of beans and all of that stuff, and I got nothing. So, Infamous Whiner asked me what was going on. I said I was hangry. I was very hangry. Did I eat my veggies? No. What did I eat today? Oh, they ordered pizza from someplace. And it wasn't even really good. It was pretty disgusting, to be honest. Had some funky cheese on it. And Keith Davis, they thought I was a cop? Probably. Could be the American flag on the back of my license plate. So I was definitely hangry. I'm still a little hangry, but hopefully the monster kicks in a little bit. So did I eat my veggies? Long rant about veggies. If there's veggies in the monster, what is this? The Zero Ultra, then I ate my veggies. If not, I was a bad boy, but I'll make sure to eat them tonight. So FC's listening, everybody. FC's watching the live show, which, by the way, he will be on the live show. We're going to get FC, not this one, but FC is going to come on the live show sooner rather than later to talk to everybody about UFC and be a private live show for UFC members. That way we can definitely let him break down what his thoughts are on some of his picks. He just texted me, we got it with feta cheese because you effed us with breakfast. We know what you hate. So he says ordered pizza with feta cheese on it. It's probably what that disgusting thing that I tasted was. Here's living proof. Lewis, thank you, sir. I'm actually going to screenshot that if you don't mind me. Says if anybody is skeptical, he's living proof. He started as a $10 a game bettor 2 years ago, and this year can bankroll $100 a game. He started purchasing packages, and in 4 months profited $9,200 with ours and his own picks. So that is absolutely awesome. I love hearing that, Lewis. Who was the guy? Was it last year or was it the year before that bought a truck off of his winnings from the show? I forget who it was, but remember he sent us the picture? I forget who that was. I think it was up in the northern part of the country. I do remember that. I don't remember who it was, though. We haven't seen him in a while. But FC, if you're listening, Tom says thanks for the 2 cards. Bellator and the makeup UFC. But yes, thank you, Lewis. I do love hearing those success stories, especially people that have been with us long term. That's the difference between us and, other people. Okay? I bet the same games that you do. The same games I give you, I'm betting. I'm betting for thousands of dollars. Okay? And other places, other people, I'd be willing to bet they don't even bet their own games. And if they do, it's once or twice a year for a very small dollar amount to try and show off something to you. Generally when we talk shit about them. Okay? Generally when we talk shit about them. Now, I'm going to give you guys a free play here in a little bit. And it's a first 5 prop bet. But hell, I put $500 on first 5 prop bets. Whereas your other service probably doesn't even have $500 to spend. So the difference between us and other people, one, we actually bet the games because we're real and we believe in the product that we produce. 2, we're successful or else I wouldn't still be betting. And our long-term clients wouldn't be coming back year after year after year. Hell, look at Nevarez. He's here. Nevarez is here. He's been here for a year. He's now on the System Plays. And we're very glad to have you on board the System Plays, Nevarez. We're glad to have you on board for them. So, I'm going to take a screenshot from a different computer that's like 6 feet away. So bear with me. And I'm going to upload it into the live stream studio. That way, we can show it off. Because we bet here, okay? And this is going to be one of the ones. I guess I got to use the right keyboard for it, right? Because we're one of the ones that's far and few between that will actually bet a game. I mean, I get it. Not many people do. But that's what you get with us. And I know we're ranting and we're raving and we're way off track. And that's okay. You know why? We got all day, baby. We got all day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not in a hurry. It would help if I can find the screenshot that I just took. So bear with me again. Unfortunately, it's like 4 feet away from me. So you gotta wait. You just gotta wait. There we go. Now I see it. Get it up into the system. I'll show it to you. We'll give it away. Hopefully, this sucker will actually make money and not put our foot in our mouth again. Because I hate giving you guys games that don't win. I think that might be one of my biggest pet peeves is giving you guys flipping losers. There's nothing good about that. I don't like it. All right. So I got that into the system. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We can focus in on the task at hand, and that's putting money in your pocket. All right, that's putting money in your pocket. Christopher Bayer says he's on the Jays. He likes Rue. Aaron says good prop bet, a home run in every game the Yankees play. Max says the Mets will win. Aaron says when the Jays offense is on, they can score. They definitely can put up runs when the game is on. When their game is on, they definitely can. When the bats are cracking. Greg says no hurry here. He's retired. Well, we want to speed it up for, the people that are in a hurry, the people that expect, us to just give out free play after free play. But hey, let me slide this back over here. And open up the live odds. Not that you guys can probably see them, but we'll go over them, and we'll go over some stuff. Braves, in my opinion, are definitely a better team in the long haul than the Mets. Are definitely built for a longer run, in my personal opinion. Mark says he took the Mets money line and the Braves plus 1.5, hoping that it's a tight game and he can play both sides. Now, one thing, I know somebody posted this just a minute ago. On 5 Dimes, they just put out an announcement. I knew this was going to happen. It's this way at BetOnline, Bookmaker, the Westgate here in Vegas. Matter of fact, all the casinos here in Vegas are getting away from listed in action when it comes to Major League Baseball. For everybody that doesn't know what that means, okay? When you bet Major League Baseball, give me 1 second. When you bet Major League Baseball, you have 2 options. And I'm going to see if I can show you exactly what I mean. So bear with me. Let me take another screenshot, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay? Now, if you've been betting international baseball, then this has not been an issue. Okay? If you've been betting international baseball, this has not been an issue for you. One bit. So let me get this up on the screen. And then I can show you, we can go over it, and I can tell you exactly what I'm meaning behind it. Okay? Because I know there's a lot of people that just don't understand. Some people asked us yesterday what the difference between listed and action was. So let me get this on the screen. That way you can see first-hand knowledge exactly what we're talking about. As you can see on the screen, taking a look at the Detroit Tigers, Cincinnati Reds, you've got Boyd and Sonny Gray on the mound, scheduled starters. To the right of that, you see the spread, which is the run line, -1.5 plus 1.5. To the right of that, you've got the money line. You've got the Reds laying 168. That line's moved a decent amount. Plus 158 for the Detroit Tigers. To the right of that, you see in blue letters, listed. Up until tomorrow, you can click listed. You can click on the listed button, and it will change to action. It gives you a couple different options. Okay, it gives you a couple different options. What the difference is if you have action, it doesn't matter who the starting pitchers are. If a pitcher change happens last minute, right before the game, during warm-ups, an hour before, 2 hours before, it doesn't matter. If you select action, you've got action, meaning your bet is a go. It doesn't matter what happens, you've got action. However, if you pick listed, if you go back and you pick listed, and you've got both pitchers, both matchups, what that means is both of those pitchers have to start. So for the Tigers and the Reds, you'd have to have Boyd and Gray both start. All right? You'd have to have both of those pitchers start in order for you to have action. If for some reason Sonny Gray, just like last night in the LA Dodger game, Clayton Kershaw going down with an injury. If there's a pitcher's change and you have action, if there's a pitcher's change and you have listed, your bet is no action. It gets canceled. You get your money back. Okay? Sometimes you get screwed on a bet. Sometimes you won't. If you've been betting KBO or Nippon League, all your bets have been action regardless. Okay? So you're already seasoned for quite a while now to bet action. As you saw in the Dodgers game, they put in a minor league pitcher making his first start for opening day. Your major league debut for the Dodgers is opening day, replacing Clayton Kershaw, one of the best that there is. It still didn't matter. They still got the job done. Is that going to happen all the time? No, obviously not. So when you make your bets on 5 dimes, 5 dimes is going along with everybody else. Okay, they put out a notice today starting July 25th, which is tomorrow, 2020, for the remainder of the 2020 Major League Baseball regular season. Listed pitchers will not be available. All baseball wagers, regardless of starting pitchers, will have action unless otherwise specified. This is where we come into play. There are so many times where I give out a game in baseball and I tell you guys to put action because we know that there's going to be a pitching change. We know something is coming down the pipeline. We know who's going to be replacing somebody. But yet it just hasn't made it out to the public yet. It hasn't made it out to ESPN or CBS Sports or Yahoo Sports. Hasn't made it back to the bookmakers. So we bet action to take advantage of it and hammer the books and get a better line. So in my personal opinion, we take advantage of this more than it would actually hurt us. So it's actually not a bad thing. Okay? It's definitely not a bad thing. In my opinion. Now, it is going to hurt us in a couple scenarios, but if you're dealing with us, we'll benefit it more so than not. But for the average Joe, it'll probably hurt them a little bit. It definitely gives a distinct edge to the bookmaker or the sharp bettor. So I know a lot of books are also going to where Major League Baseball needed to be in the first place. Before it was 5.5 innings or 5 innings and you had action. Now it's 8.5 or 9 innings. So 5 or 6 inning rain delayed games that get canceled will end up being no action. Something new. Check your books and their rules. Brian S.'s Braves first 5 plus a half praying. We're hoping for you there. We're definitely hoping for you there. So a little bit of information to be alert from when you're betting these days. All right. So in 40 minutes now, I am going to throw you guys a free play. All right. I will throw you guys a free play on something that I actually really do like. And, you know, it is a prop bet. I did put a little chunk on it. Nothing crazy. So we'll get it up on the screen. It is an official free play for you guys. It's not part of any of our packages. It's one of the ones coming out of my brain. All right. So we'll get it up on the screen for you guys. Right there for you to take advantage of and view. And you can actually see that, yes, I actually did bet it. You can see it's the Phillies' first 5 team total. Now, it's not the total on the game. The Phillies' first 5 team total. Over 2.5. It's minus 135. Keith says, you know, it's not a really big deal. It's just old school likes marking the pitchers. I agree with you. It's definitely an old school. If you ask probably your father, your grandfather, they don't know any different than marking pitchers. They don't know any different than marking pitchers. So there you guys go. There's one free play. I'll get you guys on something else as well, more than likely. And we're going to have some fun today because that's what this is all about. And want to keep having fun, putting money in your guys' pocket. And after yesterday's first inning, no runs scored, got hammered by a 2-run shot. I definitely owe you guys one. I definitely owe you guys one. So there's that one. I did bet it. I've got it for a nickel. And it should be fun. It should definitely be fun. So, with that, let's get back to where we've tried to be. But for some reason, I just keep distracting myself and getting us far, far, far away from where we need to be. Brian says, are you a coffee or an energy drink guy? Both. However, I did scale down my energy drinks to the Zero Ultra. 10 calories, no fat, 0 sugar, 0 added sugars, 6 grams of carbs, and all of that. So I have limited it, but I do drink coffee. Matter of fact, I did actually buy a brand new espresso machine, one of those expensive ones. For the office. Super automatic, I think they call them. That should be here today. Anyways, lost my train of thought. But anyways, don't mind this. This is another little camera that they put on my desk. The light's blinking because I tried turning it on. It's supposed to be a close-up to give you guys that really good view of my ugly mug. But anyways, taking a look at the live odds courtesy of Cappers Direct. Live odds, if you want live odds. Guys, the odds on our website, they're 100% real-time odds. They're delayed like 10 seconds, I believe it is. We tell everybody 15 seconds. They're actually 10-second delayed. When they change in the book, they get updated on our website instantly. There's other places out there, Scores Mobile, all these other places. The Action Network that give you guys odds, they're delayed. They're scrapped XML feeds, all right? They're bootlegged. They're 15-minute, 30-minute, an hour delayed. Sometimes they don't even get updated once a day, okay? Ours are real time. It was actually supposed to be a paid thing where you guys could get a subscription to have access to it for it was supposed to be like $25 a month or something stupid. Something cheap. Stupid cheap. Whereas it normally costs thousands of dollars. If you want to deal with scientific gaming, you're going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every month. Okay? Well, you don't have to. You get them free from us. That's the mobile app version through the Google Play Store, or you can get it right on our website, cappersdirect.com. Click on the odds tab, pick which one you want. So odds courtesy of us. We've got books from 5 Dimes, the Westgate, DraftKings, MGM and Mirage, the D Casino, Caesars, Stations, Bovada, and BetDSI, all options on our website to get the odds from them. Okay? I will tell you, Bovada is a little slow at updating their odds for their API feed, but it's pretty close. It's as fast as you can get it anywhere else. But taking a look, next game on the board, Detroit Tigers, Cincinnati Reds. We've got Boyd and Gray on the mound. All right? Line on this one. It opened up Reds laying $1.80. That line dropped a little. It actually dropped quite a bit. It dropped down to 155 late last night and earlier this morning. However, it's been creeping back up. It's 168 at 5 Dimes, 174 in Vegas. At the Westgate, the D Casino's got at 176. And a high of minus 185 at Bovada. Plus 160 for the Tigers. Taking a look at the total on this one. Total opened up at 8.5 runs. It has been moved up a half a run to 9. The total is now laying 9 on this one, guys. Next game on the board. We've got the Blue Jays I do like to call them the homeless Blue Jays, the Blue Jays without a home, but they have one now. So, bear with me while I program my brain. They finally got a home. They found a home in Buffalo, not too far away from where they normally play, minor league stadium for them. But they're the next game on the board. All right, you've got Rue and Morton on the mound. Taking a look at the odds on this one. Tampa Bay opened up as a 155 favorite, plus 141 for the Blue Jays. That line is down to minus 145 at 5 dimes, minus 147 at the Westgate, so not a big variance there. Taking a look at the total, you can get the total on this one. Over and under 7.5 runs. Let me pop up a different page here. Pop up some more stuff. Brian says prepaid Visas will no longer allow deposits to the books. My recommendation, always Bitcoin. If you know how to use it, Bitcoin. If you don't know how to use it, learn, invest, adapt. Because Bitcoin will definitely be a good player for you. Chad, thanks for the follow on Twitter. I see that you did follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. I do post free plays from there from time to time. You never know. I might post a free Mexican soccer play on Twitter later today. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. I will post a link to my Twitter in the live chat right now. Then we'll get right back to the Major League Baseball action. Taking a look. After the Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays game. All right. Now, keep in mind, we do have some premium plays and a personal play in my game of the week that's out there. When I can help you and where I can help you, I definitely will. You guys know me. I don't mind giving away information or leans or anything like that. Okay. I do lean towards Tampa Bay here. I do like them minus 145. I do lean towards Tampa Bay. Okay. Next game on the board, the Miami Marlins, Philadelphia Phillies. Alcantara on the mound. Nola on the mound for the Phillies. Phillies opening up. They were actually opening up at a minus 195. It dropped down to 170. It started creeping back up around 175. And here we are. They're minus 181 at 5 dimes. With a total on this game over and under, they're actually minus 180 on 5 dimes right now if you hit the refresh button, over and under 9. The one thing that I like about 5 dimes, you can get different options. If you want to get it at 8.5, you could just lay just a tiny bit more juice and take them at over 8.5, minus 135. However, that's not what I took on this game. I showed you guys my ticket as a free play just 10 minutes ago on this one. The Phillies, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5 runs. I think they put up at least 3 runs in the first 5. Alcantara going to give up some dingers and give up some balls to the Phillies that can hit the ball. All right. So next game on the board, the 7-10 game, Kansas City Royals, Cleveland Indians. Duffy against Baber, however you want to pronounce his name. I love butchering players' names. I absolutely love it until they call me out on it once it gets around, which has happened a time or two, especially in the UFC. You've got the Indians, guys, coming at the as a 215 favorite right now, plus 195 for Duffy and his Royals. Total over and under 9 at even money, plus 100. Over and under 8.5 is minus $1.30. So you'd have to lay 30 cents more to get it off of the even money option from 9 down to 8.5 if you wanted the over, unless you're taking the under in that one. Run line on this one, Indians laying 1.5, minus $1.20. This one for me was a pass, was a stay away. I did not play it. I did not play it. Brian says those fees can add up, so try not to deposit a lot. LOL. That's definitely the name of the game. Is keeping your costs down. Keeping your costs down is definitely, obviously, a great business tactic. to partake in. But one thing that I look at, as people say all the time, Kyle, the Bitcoin fee is expensive. They charge me a couple $100 to deposit 10 grand or whatever the case may be. So you go out and buy a car. We'll get back to the games here in a second. So you go out and buy a car. Fantastic. Buy yourself a new BMW. Buy the new X5 for your wife. Well, it ain't going to run itself. There's expenses that go along with it. One, you got to insure it. And two, you got to keep filling that sucker up with 91 octane premium. The same way that you put gas in your car, think about the fees that you pay to get Bitcoin or to make a deposit or whatever the case may be. If you're profitable, those fees don't matter. If you're profitable, those fees don't matter. Because your bookie's paying for them. Jeff says life lessons with Kyle Johnson. I love it. So a lot of people complain, oh, I got to pay this fee, I got to pay that fee. You ain't paying it, ding dong, your bookie is. If you're profitable. Scott, I took the first 5 team total over 2.5. I didn't play the full game. Think they get to 3. I don't know if they get to 5. Probably do. And as Jeff just said, juice doesn't matter as long as you win. Mr. O'Neill, thank you for jumping on board my game of the week. Greatly appreciated. For everybody that doesn't know, you've got a little over 2.5 hours to jump on board my game of the week. Mr. Ritter as well. Mr. Kost, glad to have you back. Arthur, glad to have you back. Mr. Gaines, glad to have you back for my game of the week as well. Mr. Beaker, glad to have you on board for a week of my personal plays, as well as everybody else. So just remember that, life lessons. If you're profitable, the book ain't paying for it, or you're not paying for it, your bookie is. Brian S. says most people aren't profitable, which is why they deposit so much. Too many degenerates out there. Yes and no. There are a lot of people that don't get to make withdrawals. However, Cap Nation, Cappers Direct, our viewers are changing that. There are, I don't know if he's watching, I'm not going to name him unless he chimes in, but last year, I think it was during football season, one of our viewers who has been with us for a very long time, actually not a very long time, but a good amount of time, couple years, finally dug himself out of the hole. He kept track from start to finish his life sports betting, and he finally got in the green. That's happening with our viewers on a regular basis. But outside of here, I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. That is definitely the case. There was a lot more people out there that don't get to make money than do. Evolution Army says, I use Cash App. It's a little cheaper to buy Bitcoin fee-wise. I haven't really jumped into the Cash App. I've got an account. I need to check it out more. I heard you could buy Bitcoin. I didn't know if you could actually send it or not. So not sure if you could send it or not, but definitely need to look into that, especially if it's cheaper. But then again, I don't buy a lot of Bitcoin. I cash out a lot of Bitcoin. Chat says, buy the coin on Cash App, then deposit into your wallet, then send to 5 dimes. The sending fees are not very much, very minimal. All right, so back to the games. We've got the Brewers and the Cubs. The Cubbies laying $1.12 plus 102 for the Brewers. Woodruff on the mound for Milwaukee. You got Hendricks getting the start for the Cubbies. Total over and under 8.5 runs is minus 120. Total seems a tad bit high for my liking on this one. I do not have $1 on this game. Full disclaimer, full disclosure. I do not have $1 on this one. But in typical Cap Nation family, I'm going to record the leans. I do lean towards the under on the Brewers and the Cubs. Now, I don't have $1 on it, not to say I won't make a wager a little bit later, but as of right now, I don't have $1 on that game, okay? No money on that game, but I do lean towards the under when it comes to that. Max says Reds and the Tigers under 9. Any thought? Going back to that game on the total on that, to me, it's going to matter how far does Sonny Gray go. If they can get him 7 innings, I think you have a chance. If he doesn't go 7 innings, if he goes 4 or under 6 innings, under 5, not 6, but more so under 5, I think you may run into a slight issue with that one. To me, I stayed completely away from it. Scott says he's had to reinvent himself more than twice. All right, back to the odds, back to the games. Orioles and the Red Sox. Red Sox, the 205 favorite, plus 188 for the Orioles. Eovaldi and Milan on the mound for both teams. Total over and under 10 at plus 100 even money. You can get 9.5 on 5 dimes by clicking the drop down, and you'll see that it's not much more, minus $1.15, so just an extra 5 cents less than the normal juice, or 5 cents more than the normal juice, excuse me. After that, this is one that I've actually heard brought up quite a bit by a lot of people, was the Rockies and the Rangers. All right. Interesting line, both right around minus 105. You got the Rangers coming in as a very, very minute favorite, minus 106 on 5 dimes. Interesting line with minus 104 for the Rockies. Usually you'll see them both at, minus 105 even action. Total set at 9. You can get 8.5 at minus 125. You've got Lynn on the mound for the Rangers. You've got Marquez on the mound for the Rockies. If you go back to the end of last season, Marquez was absolutely rolling for the Rockies. This guy was a rock when he was on the mound. He was almost an insta-bet for us towards the end of the season. We made a lot of money betting on him. Betting on him. You've got the Texas Rangers with Lynn on the mound. Should definitely be a great matchup. Myself, I think the odds makers have this one extremely tight, okay? The name of the game is beating the line, all right? The name of the game is beating the book. I think the line is absolutely perfect. We try and find mismatches. We try and find discrepancies in the line, and we try and take advantage of them. Sometimes they're more of a favorite than the book will let them be, vice versa, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes a minus 170 is there because, they're enticing you to bet them, or for whatever the reason may be for the books. But with this one here being a minus 106 and minus 104, I do lean towards the road team here. I do lean towards the Rockies. The beginning of the season, okay? The beginning of the season, this is my personal opinion. I don't know if there's anybody else out there that agrees with me or not. I'd be open definitely to hear other people's opinions on this. Shortened season. When's the last time baseball started in July? Never. They have played, a 60-game season before, but nobody in this live chat was alive for it, I believe. So, with the shortened season, the beginning of the season, the first week, advantage pitchers. I mean, the pitchers got the advantage anyways. Major advantage to the pitchers. They didn't need somebody at home to throw them a 95-mile-an-hour cutter to stay sharp. The hitters do. They didn't have it. A pitcher could go out there and pitch. Catcher can't practice without a pitcher. So for that, shortened warm-up cycle, shortened season, at least the first week, I always key in on pitching matchups. It's one of the most important pieces to the Major League Baseball puzzle. Any baseball, KBO, Nippon, or Major League Baseball. But more so now with a shortened warm-up season starting in July. It's hot. It's muggy. Are the players in the best of shape? I promise you the tune-up for the pitchers was a hell of a lot easier. It's more simple than it was for the players on the field. Designated hitter, etc., etc. Aaron says it didn't go that way for the Giants last night. That's because they were playing the Dodgers. Everybody should know you fade the Giants against the Dodgers. Just like last season, they're in full rebuild mode. There you go. Brian just said it as well. So, back to the Rockies and the Rangers. I do lean towards the Rockies. I do like Marquez. He was a rock. No pun intended to the Rockies. He was a rock the later part of the season last year. This is the later part of the season already, even though it's just now starting. So I do lean towards the Rockies minus 104. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of money on the Rangers for their home opener. A lot of teams just take, or a lot of sports bettors take the home team on the home opener. Okay? A lot of people get hammered. A lot of people start out their season in the hole. Brian says you still have more World Series chips than the Dodgers the last 10 years, though. Probably a lot more than the last 10 years. I believe he means trips. Yeah, in fact, you guys did great. It's like my LA Kings. They're in rebuild mode. No shame. My grandfather was a huge Giants fan from the Bay Area. So, LT, what's going on, my brother? Thanks for tuning in. All right, so jumping into the next one, I do lean towards the Rockies here, but remember, just because I give out a lean doesn't mean that I'm actually going to put some money on it. A lean is that. It's a lean. It may turn into something that I decide to bet later on. You just never know. You want to know? Just ask. Next one on the board, you got the Minnesota Twins with Barrios on the mound against the White Sox with Giolito on the mound. White Sox coming in as the dog, plus 100. You've got the Twins minus 110. Total over and under 9, minus 110 minus 110 for the over, minus 110 for the under, depending on which one you want, over and under 9. Remember, if you're betting on 5 dimes and you're taking a total, always check the drop down. Sometimes you might find the very next one lower for 2 cents or 5 cents, which is definitely a lot of, a big beneficial aspect of betting on 5 dimes. If you guys don't bet on 5 dimes, you definitely probably, unless you have a local bookie, if you're offshore, you definitely want to, give 5 dimes a look, that's for sure. So being a Bitcoin exclusive customer over there is definitely the name of the game, and it's something that I believe everybody should, because everybody should have multiple books and multiple options. I have a local guy. I bet on 5 dimes. I've got a Bet Online account. I bet with Dave over there, Bet Online. the local shops in Vegas. I bet everywhere. Okay, I definitely shop around. There's no shame in my game. I look for the best line. I look for the best line possible, and I try and take advantage of it. Okay, I try and take advantage of it. It's the name of the game. Top of the 7th is still 0-0 with the Braves and the Mets. Freddie Freeman, who did get corona, he did contract COVID-19. And, they made a sob story out of him. He had a 104-degree temperature for a day, and he was praying. There's nothing wrong with praying. Absolutely nothing wrong with praying. But the media ran with it like Freddie Freeman was on his deathbed. All right, this is one of the healthiest guys out there in Major League Baseball. And, yeah, he dropped a few pounds. He was sick. Not a big deal. But, man, did the media blow it up and make it look like... I saw the article, and I said, holy shit. Freddie Freeman almost died. It was so bad he had to pray for his life. Until I read the article and I realized he just had 104 temperature for a day, and then it broke. Freeman out at first. First one to score wins in this matchup. First one to score will win in this matchup. Taking a look, I just popped up. Well, I attempted to pop up Sports Betting Prime. I'm going to log back in. I want to take a look at Sports Betting Prime. Ozuna on the mound right now, who's going to be backing up in the spot right after Freddie Freeman. So you'll probably see a lot less intentional walks of Freeman with Ozuna coming in right behind him. He is 0 for 2 for today. All right, taking a look at Sports Betting Prime, which is one of the betting options on 5 Dimes. Taking a look at the live odds on this game. Both teams even money, minus $1.10. It's off the board. We'll wait to see when it comes back on the board, but they were both even money action right there live in the top of the 7th. And Ozuna's on. Ozuna's on with a 1-out double. That's why the odds came off the board. There he goes, stirring it up. All right, let's change subjects real quick. Scott just asked a great question. For everybody that has had their head in the sand and had paid no attention to the National Hockey League, NHL, for everybody that doesn't know, Seattle's expansion team starting next season, the Seattle Kraken, wants to know if the Seattle Kraken fans will be called crackheads. 100%, Scott, at least other clubs will consider them crackheads. No doubt about it. Come on, Sports Betting Prime, put the live odds back up for the Braves and the Mets game. And Ozuna with a wild pitch is down to third base. Braves with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Not going to lie, I do have a little action on this game. It's probably very easy to tell where my money is at. But anyways, 2 outs. You're ahead of me. You're ruining it. But yes, they should be referred to as the crackheads. No doubt about it. Lewis says, I stopped using Sports Betting Prime. They've canceled multiple winning bets claiming the odds were off. That's weird. I haven't had one canceled on Sports Betting Prime. Haven't seen one canceled there. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'd love to know why. I'd love to know why in the scenarios, because that's a tad bit on the odd side. Now, I did get a late start today, so I do apologize. There are other options other than Sports Betting Prime, Sports Betting Live, Sports Betting Ultra, all both good options on 5 Dimes as well. But back to the live shows. We will have more live shows every single day. It's going to be very busy. All right, it's going to be busy. Braves plus 103, the New York Mets minus 103 on Sports Betting Live right now. Alrighty, so let's get back to action. Let's get back to going over these games, see if we can't find a couple more leans for you guys. And possibly another free play for everybody. Because that's what I like to do. That's what I like to do. Christopher Bear says, I have to email Bovada probably 10 times in a month about not getting paid on winning bets. That's horrible. Says now that he's on 5 dimes, no problems. Definitely, not many problems or issues ever with 5 dimes. Never as far as what time for the live shows, I'm not sure just yet. I'm working it out. We had a couple time slots that were perfect. And we had a time slot that was perfect, and then all of a sudden there was 3 more people going live at the exact same time. So we're evaluating the times, trying to figure out our own time slot. I'm sure somebody will jump on and piggyback off of ours. Again, they always do. And once that happens, and I know what time it is, I'll announce. But we're going to probably rotate times throughout the next week and see where we get the best play. And then we'll go from there. But once basketball starts, it's looking like we're going to have shows at least 2 times a day. Plus private live shows throughout the week for premium play members, system play members, my personal play clients, etc., etc. Lewis says, did you guys ever figure out what for the March Madness package? First of all, March Madness package included hockey. Once that starts back up, everybody will be reactivated to hockey. Once basketball is in the thick of things and baseball's in the thick of things, the company does. Because remember, it's not me that makes the decision. If I could make the decisions, things would be a lot easier at times. But they do have something in the works, something special for everybody that was on March Madness as an even better makeup. So there is something that's in the works for everybody as well. But rest assured, they will take care of you. You just got to wait till basketball starts. And they will be taking care of you. All right, so back to the Major League Baseball action. Because we do got, a couple more games on the board. And we definitely want to touch base on that late night chaser special between the Angels and the Athletics. If Michael's still here, I know he asked about that one, so we'll talk about that one here a little bit as well. You've got the Pirates and the Cardinals. Flaherty on the mound for the Cardinals. Musgrove on the mound for the Pirates. The Cardinals coming in as the minus 173 home favorite. Plus 163 for the Pirates. Over and under set, over and under 8 at minus 115. You can get the Cardinals on the run line minus 1.5 at plus 100. Even Steven, even money there. Individual team totals for the game. Have the Cardinals at over and under 4.5, 3.5 for the Pirates, which gets you to 8. Jeff says, Lewis, I don't know how long you've been with Cal, but he's been the best. Jeff, Lewis has been with us a couple years. And we always take care of everybody. And we continuously will. We definitely will. That's a fact. Jeff says, Cards, Kyle. We do. We know you like the Cardinals. We know you like them. Definitely an attractive matchup today with Flaherty on the mound. You got the Mariners and the Astros. Gonzalez, the ace, going up against Verlander. The Astros minus 265, the biggest favorite on the board today. Plus 245 for the Mariners on the road. Total set over and under 9.5. After that, you've got the other 9:10 Eastern time game in the D-backs and the Padres. You've got Bumgarner on the mound and Paddock on the mound for the Padres. They're in San Diego. The Padres, the minus 146, plus 136 for the Diamondbacks. Over 8, minus $1.20 is the total on this one. I do lean towards the Diamondbacks. I do like Bumgarner getting the start for opening day against Paddock. No doubt about it, the Padres have been in rebuild since I was a child, all right? Since I was a child, the Padres have always been that lackluster team who does nothing and in rebuild mode. They have definitely improved over the last year. The Padres have been making strides to improve. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, the Padres have been improving. Are they there yet? Are they going to give the NL West a run for their money? Are they going to challenge the D-backs? Are they going to challenge the Dodgers? Might give the D-backs a run for their money, but I don't think they're going to hold much weight up against the Dodgers. This one, I do lean the dog. I do lean Arizona plus the 136. If you want to lay a little juice, I think you lose the value at plus 1.5, minus $1.60. Whereas the plus money at plus 136 is definitely an attractive option, at least to me personally. At least to me personally, I think the value is in the dog there. Bumgarner on the mound, I'll take it. The Diamondbacks can hit. Now, it's not in a hitter's ballpark, but they can definitely play some scrappy, dirty games, and that's what they're going to get down there in San Diego. Aaron says, you mean spend all their salary on Manny Machado? You know, that they did. That they did. Lewis says, a little over 2 years, bro. Started just playing free plays and can now thank them by purchasing some packages. You are right. Kyle is the best. I do appreciate that, guys. Definitely appreciate that. So back to the action. Back to the action. After the Diamondbacks and Padres game, I do lean the D-backs. You've got the Giants and the Dodgers. You know, there's a couple scenarios here. Dodgers are still laying 235 with Stripling on the mound against the Shark. All right? Dodgers have owned the NL West for years. The last couple years. They definitely own the Giants. Jeff the Shark, I think he's going up against a beast in Stripling. I like Stripling. He's a great pitcher. He made me a lot of money last year. The minus 235, I do lean towards the Dodgers, minus 1.5, minus $1.30. I think there's some great value there, them winning by 2. The total over and under 9. If the Dodgers tee off like they did, they should have 0 issues. However, the Dodgers team total over 5.5 is plus money at plus 100. Okay? So you're getting even money. Mets up 1-0. Mets up 1-0. So I do like the Dodgers team total over 5.5 at plus 100, even money. And I like it so much that while we are live, I'm actually going to bet it. Okay? I'm actually going to bet it. I'll screenshot it, and I'll even show it to you. Because I promise you, there's nobody else out there on YouTube that actually bets or bets consistently. Okay? I did just bet it for a nickel to win a nickel. Matter of fact, you'll see both of the bets that I have pending in there right now. So give me a second I'll load it into the screen. And if you guys want to tag along and bet it, remember, bet at your own risk. Tail at your own risk. I'm not perfect. I'm not 100%. I'm not going to win them all, but I promise you long term, we will win a hell of a lot more than we lose. All right, so apparently, I don't know what a HLOC file is, but apparently I need to export it into a JPEG. So give me 1 second. Oops. I guess it helps if I use the right keyboard, right? Give me 1 second here. I try and have some fun with the show and do some creative things. And it becomes a pain in the butt. So bear with me. I do apologize. I just want to show you guys that I'm real. You know, that we're actually a real company here that actually bets. All right. Let me load this sucker back up in there for you guys. And I don't show to brag, okay? It's a $500 wager. It's not like it's a big deal, okay? I mean, I know it's a big deal for some. I get it, and I understand that. But I don't show it to brag because $500 is nothing to brag about, first of all. But second, I want you guys to know that you get the pleasure of dealing with somebody real. So there you go. LA Dodgers team total over 5.5 for 5 bills. Lewis says $500 wagers, remember, the game of the week type. You know, Christopher says it's called showing your work. You know, exactly. I believe in my work enough to put money on it. So, it's what we do. It's what we do, and I'm glad that I'm able to do it, and I'm probably the only one on YouTube that actually does that. So, there's that. All right, so, gave you the lean on that one. Let's go back down the list. Let's go back down the list. The Braves. An 8th inning. I'm looking at a live line on 5 Dime Sports Betting Live. An 8th inning. The Braves to win. You have... Well, that option's gone now. Oh, there it's back. It's plus 447 for the Braves to win the 8th inning. A draw is minus 172. It's actually plus 430 now. I can't lie. I just put 250 on it. All right? I can't lie. I can't lie. I'm a little sucker for a little action. All right, so back to where we were. I know it's been a long process, and we've been live for almost 2 hours now. And we really haven't done much other than chit-chat, bullshit, and shoot the shit. A lot of shit. But I've had some fun. But we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. The Late Night Chaser special. You've got the Angels and the Athletics. Heaney on the mound for the Angels. Montas on the mound for the Athletics. Oakland laying $1.47 plus 137. 4. Mike Trout and his Angels, over and under 8.5. Taking a look a little more in depth at this game. Give me 1 second. If you remember, back in early March, spring training started. We got a couple games in. Then the whole COVID thing happened and they shit-canned everything in North America. Heaney's first 2 starts in spring training. His first outing against the Indians, he pitched 3 complete innings. Gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. Gave up 1 dinger. He had 2 strikeouts. His second outing, 6 days later, he went 2 2/3 of an inning. He gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 dinger, and 3 strikeouts. Andrew Heaney has been a pitcher who, generally speaking, doesn't have a fast start. You take a look at his season last year. His April 13th start against Kansas City, first time out of spring training. Pitched 5 complete innings. Gave up 7 hits, 4 runs. He did have 7 Ks, though. He was striking them out. He had 7 Ks, a walk, but he did give up 7 hits and 4 runs. Now his second start, 7 days later, against the Giants. He made it 4 1/3 innings. He gave up 7 runs on 6 hits. He had 6 strikeouts to go along with 2 walks. I could go on and on. We could talk about his game against the Yankees where he got lit up in 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs. He was striking them out that game. I think he had 9 strikeouts in that game. Heaney is a pitcher that doesn't have a fast start. I don't think he has a lot of time in this season to play catch-up. Montas, like you said, like Brian said, coming off of the suspension, Frankie Montas. You take a look at his brief preseason stint this season before COVID slashed it. He had 2 outings on the second against the Cubs. He pitched 2 complete innings, no hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 2. His second start on March 8th against the Brewers. They left him in for 2 2/3. He gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. He had 2 strikeouts and no walks. You take a look a little farther back in his history. This is a pitcher, not to say he's had rock solid, he hasn't had Cy Young style starts, but he's been very competitive. He hasn't been giving up a lot of hits to start the season. He starts getting worn out when teams get to see him that second, that third, that fourth time. The first sight of the season, he's usually been rock solid. Take a look at his April 5th outing last year against the Astros. He gave up 7 hits and only 2 runs. He had 5 strikeouts. He did have 3 walks, which was one of his downfalls in that game. The next one, 5 days later, against the Orioles. He completed 6 complete innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs. He only had 3 strikeouts. He did give up a walk, though. The odds on this one, the -147 with the A's. Mind you, the Angels, they can play ball. They're going to have to play ball against Montas, Heaney's going to have to come in and do what he generally doesn't do, have a fast start to the season, if they want to have a chance today. If they want to have a chance against the Athletics today, they're going to have a fast start. It's going to have to be with Heaney. I don't think it happens today. If we had a different pitcher than Montas, who's historically, he's been a great out-of-the-box, season starting pitcher. His coming back off a suspension spring training numbers in those first two give some description. Give me 1 second. So I do lean towards the Athletics as a late night chaser special. I think the -147 is a gimme. I think this line should have been higher. I think it should have been -170-ish, 175, maybe even a 180. So I do lean towards the A's on this one. The -147 I think was a gimme. I think it's off by 30, 35 cents at a minimum. What kind of mouse? Well, I got a bunch on my desk here. That one is the for the iMac Pro, which is, you can't see the iMac Pro. The iMac Pro is that $10,000 computer that we got to run the live show, the software and all of that stuff. Big process. I mean, completely upgraded iMac Pro. This is the trackpad for the iMac Pro, which is over there, big 27-inch. And then this is the keyboard for the iMac Pro. And then my iPad does have a trackpad on it on the mount. So we're all over the board. Sometimes I grab the wrong one. So as far as the late night chaser special, I had every intention of making that a free play for everybody that tuned in and viewed, which is what I'm going to do. So let's get this in the comment section. It would help if I could actually spell today. The free play the late night chaser special. The Oakland A's minus $1.47. And what I should be doing, but unfortunately I decided to wear shorts and flip-flops and I don't want to show off my hairy toes today. I should be writing down. I guess I could do it like this. We could have some fun. Well, where's the eraser? Oh, where's the eraser? Is that it? There we go. Everybody knows the date. We don't need the date. So we could be writing down the free plays. That way when eventually what's going to happen is as soon as live stream gets back to me, I'm going to figure out how to get this sucker on the screen in its own window. Kind of like when we have the view and it's got the Cappers Nation logo, the Cappers Direct logo, the 5 Dimes logo. Eventually, I'm going to be able to get just this board on the screen clean, so whatever shows up on this board, you guys can see. So, we'll put a free plays in there. I guess it helps if I can write, right? I'm still learning this board, so bear with me. So we'll be able to do it like that. That way when people come into the live chat, they can say, did I miss anything? And you guys could just reply to me or reply to him and be like, Look at the board. So we're going to be able to do some fun things, some cool things, and all of that good stuff. Michael said that's because that's where I was leaning. Great minds think alike, Michael. We've went over this hundreds of times where we're both on the same damn Belarus soccer play. The same damn Belarus soccer play. Speaking of Belarus soccer and Belarus soccer today, I did not play any. I had every intention. I did not give out a personal play on Belarus soccer today. I had every intention. At the very last minute, I meant to bet the over in the Root Brest game, Slava Moisa, which they ended up being a 3-3 final. And Vitspec. That was a buy, a gimme, and I went to go put it in at the last minute, and it was off the board. And I said, I'll just bet it live. Let me wait 5 minutes. I'll bet it live. And then, I forgot. I came back 20 minutes later. It was already 1-0. And that's all she wrote. Christopher Bayer says, those were my plays. I love it. They're all of our plays. So, it's one thing that we can do. We're going to have some fun here. We'll have the fade list up there once we get it rolling. And we're going to have a lot of fun this baseball season. A lot of fun. And, the cool thing is basketball starting next week. The NHL starting. We've got Bellator tonight. If you're not on Bellator, you should be. Now, there's only one way. There's only 4 fights that you can bet, okay? There's only 4 fights that you can bet, and I could really use Okuna Jr. to put one over the wall at plus 430 for the Braves to win the 8th inning with a runner on second and 2 outs. I don't even need it over the wall. We just need a blooper into the outfield. He's probably already out. And there it is. Another sucker bet made, another sucker bet lost. It happens. Sometimes I get a little action in me and we dunk one off. So, we're going to have a lot of fun. We got basketball coming back. We've got a lot of fun things planned. The mobile app for everybody that has an Android right now. Remember, if you have an Android, go to the Google Play Store. Type in Cappers Direct. Download our app. Make sure you rate it. By all means, don't be a dickwad. Give it the full 5 stars. Give a great review of it. You know you want to. I'm sure the only negative review will be from Bozo. Hit the download button and come join the Cap Nation app. And then, for all of my iOS users, because if you guys can't tell, I'm definitely an iOS user. I'm not an Android guy. Matter of fact, I had to borrow this from somebody. The Vibe is technically my first Android device in quite a few years. We got a MacBook Pro, an iPad Pro, an iMac Pro, another iMac Pro. Yes, yes. But for my iOS users, don't worry, it's coming. We're just waiting for final approval. Then we put it through beta testing for about a week to make sure everything's working and that there's no issues. And then we were going to fire it out to everybody. And with the new app comes new deals, new specials, and a lot of fun stuff. So yes, bottom of the 8th. Braves are losing in a close one. Donald J. Trump just emailed me. It says, Kyle, you're all I need to win. I'm so proud to be your president. Yada, yada, yada. Chess is nice watch, Rolex. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's my daily. It's like my daily driver. It's like my daily driver. All right, so we got that free play. We got the other one that we gave out. The Phillies, first 5 team total. Maybe my writing could be a little bit better. Holy crap. I promise I'll get better. Phillies, first 5 team total over 2.5. And the swinging A's. Arturo P, what's going on? Your book is still closed in town, but going overseas with it, LOL, and feels good to be back with baseball. We're glad to have you back tuning in, Arturo. Don't miss free official plays are on the board. What we gave out, the A's minus $1.47, as well as the Phillies individual first 5 inning team total over 2.5 runs. Mr. Grover, yes, my game of the week, thank you for reminding me, is tonight. My game of the week is tonight. You have to be signed up by 8 p.m. Eastern time. It is only $50. It's normally $100. We have it slashed because of COVID. It is just $50. It does come with my big guaranteed to win, or you get the next one free. Thank you for joining us, Sarge Max. Make sure you hit the thumbs down button on your way out the hole, way out the door, you asshole. I almost said way out the hole. Way out the door. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the view. Yo, Smig says Sarge Max the Clown. Absolutely. I mean, is it any more given who he is? I mean, this guy's got nothing better to do than troll us. I get it. You know, I feel for everybody that's out there that goes through a divorce or marital problems. You know, marriage is a tough thing. Marriage is a very hard thing to get through. And people that have, you know, marital problems, especially, you know, our military or ex-military, you know, when your wife packs up and leaves you and takes your kid and takes half your company and half your income, I don't speak from experience because I'm happily married. It's definitely got to be a tough thing, you know, and you got to tweet about it and tweet about her and this and that. You know, I get it. You know, life's tough, man. You know, and rather than just beat up, you know, Sarge, Max, or the Clown, or whoever it may be, you know, let's just show them, you know, just how human everybody here at Cap Nation is. And, you know, I mean, I'm a little bigger of a guy, but I think he's taller than me, you know, but hey, you know, my shoulder's good to cry on. You know, Travis Matthews absorbs the tears. It'll have him run down for just a few seconds. You know, so if you need a hug, buddy, we're here for you. You know, so come in on your normal name. Feel free to post. We have no problem you being here. I hold no ill will. You know, and if you need a place to vent or chit chat, or maybe you need some emotional support from a veteran to a veteran, we're here for you, brother. All right, we're here for you. I know life can get tough at times, and when you're trying to, you know, be big and tall and act successful, you know, sometimes it's a little hard to get there. So if you need some help or some emotional support, I got you, brother. Trainwreck says Olive Branch extended, nothing but love. Nothing but love, you know. Haters are going to hate, but, you know, I don't have anything to hate over. I have nothing to hate over. Life is great. Baseball is back. I can hate that the damn Braves didn't win the 8th inning. And that the Mets got a runner on first, and they should have left Soroka on. We can definitely hate about that. We can definitely hate about that. But yeah, you know, I get along with everybody in this industry, and, you know, some people don't like me because we're successful. Some people don't like me because we're making moves. We're making money moves. Some people don't like me because I speak the truth. And I get it, the truth hurts. But Bozo, if you're out there, if you need a shoulder to cry on or you need a tissue, I got your back. I got one for you. Be happy to send you a box to wherever the trailer is. I'll make sure I just don't send a case of it because I don't want it to fill up the single wide. All right, so game of the week. If you're not on it, so sad, too bad. No shouldas, no couldas, no would'ves. Don't miss the boat. The Reds off to a hot start. Everybody's saying in the live chat. Chido says, looks like I got here just in time. Well, I'm going to try and make sure the real version of the barbershop poll is in its place for tomorrow. Now, the Reds do have bases loaded, no outs. Hopefully, they're able to do something with it. Hopefully, they can for all my clients. But anyways, free official plays on the board. If you can't read the board, we just tell you. 1-0 Reds. We like that. Phillies individual team total for the first 5 innings over 2.5. Showed a $500 ticket on it. The A's minus 147, which I will be betting here shortly. And don't forget, we got to put it up. I want people to get confused. The LA Dodgers team total for the full game. Over 5.5. We can't forget that one. On the board. We're just going to be lazy and roll on over there. Danny says you ought to get a board cam. We are going to have one. I'm actually waiting. I keep checking my email. Waiting for Livestream to get back to me. Livestream is supposed to get back to me on how to connect. Now, I can send that screen to any one of my computers. Now, what I might have to do is I might have to set up a mirrored screen image to one of the computers, set up another computer, and then I can link that computer to Livestream, and I can show the screen on that computer. So it may take another processor, but my hope is that I can take that and put it right into the Livestream, and in the corner of the screen, I can have a whole nother box with a camera, kind of like in this screen where we have like the Cappers Nation logo, Cappers Direct, and the 5 dimes. We can restructure that and actually have an actual camera angle with just the board, with just a feed for the board, because I can mirror the image to any app or phone that I want. Just need to figure it out. And unfortunately, it's above my technical pay grade, if you know what I mean. So it's definitely in the works. I didn't plan on using the board so that way you guys can't see it. So it's 100% in the works, and we just got to figure it out. To be honest, the Vibe wasn't supposed to be here till Monday. It showed up yesterday. So the Vibe wasn't supposed to be here until Monday, and it arrived yesterday. So took it out, put it up, and tried figuring it out. 1 out for the Braves. Freeman up. Hopefully can do some work for us. All right, folks, so enjoy those not 1, not 2, but 3 free plays. And don't forget, there's an additional free play out there in our daily free play video. If you haven't already done so, hit the strike. I'm reading the comment. Hit the subscribe button right down below. Thanks, Aaron, messing me up. Hit the subscribe button right down below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification button. That way you do not miss a beat on anything that we drop. You do not want to miss out. You do not want to miss out on any of the content that we... Woo! Freeman, and it goes foul. Ooh. Little more to the left, Freddie. Little more to the left. Hit that subscribe button. Tap that little bell so you get instant notifications. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. If your name is Bozo or Max Sarge, give us a big thumbs down. We greatly appreciate it. And Ozuna, who got the double for the Braves his last time up, hopefully can do some damage. Thank you, Trainwreck. I do appreciate it. Says, thanks, Kyle. Great show as always. Good luck to all. I know the shows are a little lackluster. We're going to get better. We've been, I've been very lazy. Very, very, very lazy. Over summer. You guys are much ahead of me. That's news I didn't want to see. That sucks. Freeman caught looking. If that's what that meant. Or Ozuna caught looking. I'm assuming. Because I'm at the 0-2 right now. They're showing Adams on deck. So that's how far behind. I just put it on the iPad. No, you're good. You're good. Because I know when you guys start celebrating, maybe we will too. Now, Bellator, later tonight. If you want on Bellator, Chido, thank you. I appreciate that. If you want on Bellator, there's no package to purchase it. The only way to get the Bellator is to get on FC's UFC for tomorrow. That's the only way to do it. And if you're not on UFC, get on UFC. Make sure you do it today, and you'll get Bellator for free. But it's already posted on the website. There's only 4 fights that you can bet, but he's got a couple parlays, a fight pick, and a strong lean posted. So rather than sell it for $10, we're not after making money. We're not money grabbers. So we'll give back to all the UFC clients and take care of everybody. All right, guys. My board just fell down in the back. Apparently, they didn't secure it, so I guess shit happens. I guess I get to try and figure that out. But anyways, I am out of here. Enjoy your Friday. There's a chance that I might go live later. And if I go live later, you guys will be notified. I'll post it on Twitter as well as YouTube community page. So tune in. All right, guys, take it easy, and we will see you guys all either later today, if not tomorrow, bright and early in the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. We're going to break down Saturday's Major League Baseball action, international sports, and we're going to put some more money in your pocket. Hopefully, free plays go 4-0. All right? Hopefully, free plays go 4-0. And we'll see you guys all later.